Tajikistan, a name that often evokes elusiveness, whispered between the jagged peaks of the highest mountain ranges on Earth. To understand this land, you have to look back to the 1990s, to a dissolution of the Soviet Union that didn't just bring independence, but a brutal civil war that displaced hundreds of thousands. Today the narrative is often one of struggle. It is the poorest of the post-Soviet states, and the headlines claim a mass exodus is underway, a nation of people leaving in search of a future. But we are here because I met Tajiks in Kazakhstan, ambitious, warm, driven, who spoke of a home that was more than just a statistic.
Tajikistan life is good, but money is small.
And the money you make, you send back to Tajikistan for family?
Yeah, for family.
So I've taken you to Dushanbe to see if everyone is leaving or if there is another new story being written.
I'm popular in Tajikistan.
The people are great. It's safe, it's lovely, everybody's happy.
Давайте.
Good morning everyone. Day 12 of our epic Central Asian adventure, and we're taking to the pavement of the streets of Dushanbe. This morning I went and exchanged some money because, unlike Kazakhstan, cash is king. But I was pleasantly surprised with the currency exchange process. Didn't get ripped off, and in fact the exchange rate they gave was very favourable. One thing I did notice though is that pollution's quite high here. You can literally see it, it's quite dusty in the air. There's a lot of construction happening constantly, and also that Dushanbe is located in a basin. I actually tried to look to see what the pollution index was, but it was taking too long to connect to the internet. That's another thing, the Wi-Fi here is not super fast, and that's because it's actually bought or borrowed from Russia and then resold to distributors. Alright, so I was able to have a quick look, and it's 159, which is in the unhealthy category. There definitely seem to be some initiatives being taken to improve the air quality situation. You notice all those green cabs that are flying by everywhere? Well, they're all electric, so it's nice that people are trying to improve the situation. We've stumbled through one of the nicer neighbourhoods. Swish! Truly fascinating. And then turn a corner and things seem very different again. I think we're in the hood, guys. The Tajik hood. Let's talk a little bit about the history of Dushanbe. So, Dushanbe means Monday in the Tajik language, named after its Monday market. It went from being a relatively small town, expanding to being the big city, the capital city, during the USSR. It was even known as Stalinabad for quite some time. Nestled in the Gizar Valley, in the confluence of the Vahdat and the Kafani Hon rivers, it has beautiful mountain backdrops, and it has a very hot continental climate, which means that you've got hot, dry summers, but also very cold winters. USSR t-shirts. Guess what we're having today for lunch? Plov again. But check out the setting we are in.
Walking through Dushanbe today, you feel the pulse of a modern Islamic nation, but peel back the layers and you find a history that is almost psychedelic in its diversity. Over a millennium ago, these valleys weren't just the domain of Zoroastrians, but the home to one of the most significant Buddhist monasteries in the world, Ajina Tepe. For it was there that archaeologists unearthed a 13-metre long resting Buddha, the largest ever found in Central Asia. But the true architects of the Tajik soul were the Sogdians. Their empire was the original engine of the Silk Road, their language was the currency of trade, and their writing bridged the east and west.
Well, that, my friends, is one of the best museums I've been to in my life. And you're looking at someone who's been to the British Museum in London.
Remarkably, this history isn't dead. In the remote heights of the Yagnob Valley, people still speak a living descendant of the ancient tongue. This isn't just a country, it's a living museum of human transit.
Let's talk about first people in Central Asia and the Turkic shift. When you think of Central Asia, you're probably thinking of all the different Turkic languages.
Hello, nice to meet you. I love Tajikistan.
Awesome. There we go, friendly Tajik people. Where was I? Well, I've met a couple of Canadian tourists who are travelling the Premier Highway. What's your guys' plan for while you're here?
So we're gonna go to the bars down the road.
Solid start.
Yeah, exactly. And just kind of hang out, meet the people, you know.
Yeah, we're both decently big into fishing, so I've heard there's some snow trout up here that you can only catch in this part of the world. So if we can get those, that'd be peak part of the trip.
So did you bring your fishing lines and stuff, or?
Yeah.
They're in the bags.
I feel that's something I wouldn't hear about much in Tajikistan. People fishing here in a landlocked country.
Nobody
Something
does.
different, hey?
From the drivers we've had, like hunting and fishing in general is like not something they do a lot out here. So
Really?
I guess it's just how it is. Yeah.
That's wicked. How are you finding it so far, Tajikistan?
The people are great.
People lovely.
Yeah, it's safe, it's lovely. Everybody's happy. I don't know.
Come to Tajikistan.
Yeah, come to Tajikistan.
I'm a bit of an architecture nerd myself, so you know, we can get out into town and see like the old Soviet architecture,
Yes.
and then the new developments, like the new rulers are making. It's like westernized, it's an interesting mix. Yeah.
The old Soviet block apartments,
Right.
then you got some new architecture like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You get the old parts of town, and there's the Islamic Middle Eastern influence as well. It's such a weird blend of cultures that I love.
It's a real cool blend, eh?
Yeah.
But awesome to meet you guys, and
Yeah,
safe
you
travels.
too, man. Yeah, you as well.
Take care of yourself.
Take care.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Do
it,
you have
guys.
a
Yeah.
YouTube channel or something?
Well, I think that monologue's going to have to wait. It's social hour, which is good. I've made a new friend. What was your name?
Abdullah.
Abdullah. Mark, nice to meet you. And you have an Instagram that you wanted to share with everyone.
I'm popular in Tajikistan. I have 162,000 followers.
Insta celebrity.
Yeah, followers have.
What do you show on Instagram? Is it
And
photography?
humor.
Humor. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
a
humor.
bit of laughter.
How the comedian man. Yeah.
You're a comedian.
Yeah, I'm comedian.
What's the name so we can find it?
My nickname.
Your Instagram name so we can find it.
Sheikhak.
Sheikhak. You hear that?
Yeah.
Sheikhak.
Yeah, Sheikhak.
And what do you think foreigners, tourists should do when they come to Tajikistan?
In our country, we have many interesting places for tourists, and for these tourists can come here and enjoy the place of Tajikistan.
Nice to see all the natural places. Things
Right now
like
we are saying one of the interesting places of Tajikistan is Ismail Somani.
Ismail Somani.
Here of Tajikistan he's many service for our country.
Yep. He's on all the money. He's
He's many tourists.
Yep.
And the library.
The nine floors, right?
Located.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So when you think of Central Asia, you're probably thinking Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, speaking all of these Turkic languages, right? Well, rewind 2,000 years ago, it was a very different story. Back in those days, the empires that were ruling Central Asia were Bactrians, Scythians, and most importantly, the Sogdians, these Persian empires that were speaking the Persian language. Enter the Turkic people. These nomadic groups, they were pushing westward, coming in from Altai Mountains, Mongolia, somewhere in Siberia. And when they came, they didn't just conquer, they settled, they intermarried, they laid down their cultural roots to take rule of the great lands of Central Asia. They solidified the Turkic dominance that we see in Central Asia today, with only Tajikistan remaining Persian. But who is this grand gentleman behind us? Well, that there is the hero of Tajikistan, Ismail Somoni. He was the emperor of the Samanid Empire, an empire that spanned as far as Kabul in Afghanistan, all the way up to Bukhara in Uzbekistan. He previously made Bukhara his capital and turned it into the glorious city that it is now, as they claim. We're in a cab, getting ready to go to the Afghan markets of Vahdat. We could be waiting a while.
So we're heading out to the city of Vahdat, just outside the capital. Its name translates to unity. It's a place that has long served as a sanctuary. There are over 10 million Tajiks living across the border in Afghanistan, more than in Tajikistan itself. During the civil war, they fled there. In recent years, as the situation in Afghanistan shifted, the tide turned. Thousands crossed the mountain passes, seeking refuge in the city of unity.
Welcome everyone to the city of Vahdat. Vahdat, formerly known as Kafonihorn or Mehrgon Bazaar, has been closely linked to its more fertile part of Tajikistan, where the land is better for growing stuff. The name Vahdat means unity in the Tajik language, likely implemented to bring people together post 1993 when there was the Tajik civil war. And interestingly enough, it is Vahdat that holds the largest community of Afghan refugees living right here in the city that we're exploring as we speak. It's busy, it's happening, I like it. It's busy in here, isn't it? I think this is the busiest, mostly packed place I've been to on this entire trip so far. Just when I thought I got out, but it keeps going. It's good fun. Well, as novel as it is going through these windy bazaars, and it is, this doesn't appear to be the Afghan one, so might have to ask for directions somewhere, but we'll head out of here for now. Hopefully in one piece. Well, I'm having a very interesting experience here, so I set out to go to this Afghan market to meet some of the Afghans living here, and I couldn't find it. It's on Google Maps, it's got a bunch of good reviews, and I asked about 5 different people and no one could find where it was, and so I'm guessing it might have closed down. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, where are you from?
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan.
I live Vahdat.
You live in Vahdat? Oh cool, nice to meet you. Do you know whereabouts
No,
is...
speak English.
No, you speak English?
Da.
Your English is good.
Русский.
Русский. Говорил чуть-чуть по-русски.
Чуть-чуть.
Чуть-чуть. Где находится Afghan Bazaar?
Так. Знаешь где?
Afghani Bazaar здесь или нет?
Да, Афган здесь, все Афганы здесь, но базар вам надо, да?
Bazaar, Afghani Bazaar.
Знаешь где?
Это рядом, а потом лево.
Где-то здесь. Давай садись, я тебя отвезу.
А?
Садись, отвезу тебя.
Хорошо.
Well, you just can't write this stuff. So just as I was giving a monologue about how I was trying to find all these Afghan places and they all seem closed, including the burger bar, including the Afghan market, and then that guy picks me up. He drops me off somewhere that actually don't think is in the right direction of an Afghan market, but then I met some family in the street we're walking down now, and they told me there's an Afghan store this way, and then go right somewhere. Let's see if that's the case.
Hello.
I honestly have no idea where we are, guys, but I'm just keeping an eye out for the big buildings because it looks like we were dropped off closer to the town. The right part of town? Don't know. Well, it's by no means an easy life here in Vahdat. You can see that everywhere you go, there's people selling anything they can on the sides of the roads. Lots of street vendors. People trying to make ends meet.
I came here to find the Afghan market, to hear the stories of those navigating a life between two worlds. But travel vlogging is a lesson in humility. The market was gone, fenced off, destroyed.
Well, this may well have been where the market was. I'm not too sure. Well, it's getting into the hotter part of the day. Might be time to start heading back to the big smoke, the big city, Dushanbe.
Later that night, in a hostel in Dushanbe, the pieces started to come together. I learned that Vahdat is a place of transit. Some refugees await visas for a third country. Others, tired of the limbo, have made the decision to return home. It reminded me that unity isn't just a name, it's an aspiration that requires constant, painful work. There is no denying the poverty here. You see it in the weathered faces and the quiet corners of the city. Yet, the everyone is leaving narrative isn't the whole truth. In the cafes of Dushanbe, I saw a different energy, an emerging tech sector, new construction, and a generation of Tajiks returning from abroad to invest in their own soil. Tajikistan isn't just a place people leave, it is a place where those who stay are fighting for every inch of progress.
He's many service for our country.
Vahdat wasn't the story I planned to tell, but it was the story Tajikistan gave me. It's a land of shadows and immense light, but we've only just scratched the surface of the big smoke. Next time, we leave the concrete behind and head into the heart of the mountains, searching for the fabled panoramas and the traditions that the modern world hasn't managed to touch.
There are no tourists. No one comes here.
This is our epic Central Asian adventure, and I'll see you in the high country. Do svidaniya.
Thank you very much.